Coming off a Super Bowl win, the Bucs brought back virtually every starter that got them there. So there really was never going to be room for a lot of rookie starters. Even so, a team should always draft the best players they can. And even though there aren't starting positions open on day one, in the NFL, that always changes as the season rolls on. So how did the 2021 Bucs rookie class do? Did they get a future defensive star, a future replacement for the GOAT, a future anchor on the interior offensive line? It's the Draft Xray 2021 Draft Rewind for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Be sure to hit subscribe so you won't miss out on any of the draft or team videos that we've got coming.
With the last pick in the first round, the winners of Super Bowl double nickel selected Tryon-Shoyinka, defensive end or outside linebacker from Washington. Tryon-Shoyinka had a fine rookie year, nothing spectacular, but a solid overall performance. He played in all 17 regular season games, started 6, and you could at times see the spark that makes you think he could be more than just a role player. He also showed versatility, rushing inside and out. With 4 sacks and 10 quarterback hits, his potential as a disruptive force is clear. Tryon-Shoyinka may not have been the flashiest rookie in the entire 2021 NFL draft class, but he was clearly the Buccaneers' best pick. The YouTube channel Real Bucs Talk has a nice film study of him that I'll link to in the description. Quarterbacks selected in the back of the second round or later aren't expected to be instant starters, or heck, even future starters. Sure, there are guys that do it. That guy selected in the 6th round, for example, I forget his name. But usually we expect starting quarterbacks to come in round 1, early in round 1. But the looming retirement of the GOAT put unrealistic expectations on Trask. How did he do? Well, he didn't play in a for reals game, but he did play in 3 preseason games, and he completed 29 of 55 passes for 312 yards. He also threw for 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. There's a good article from the Tampa Bay Times from the end of October about Trask. I'll link to it in the description. In that article, the quotes are glowing, and it may just be run-of-the-mill coach speak, probably is, but the coaches seem optimistic about Trask's future. And with Brady unretiring, he gets at least 1 more year to develop behind him. Then again, the Bucs did re-sign Blaine Gabbert, so make of that what you will. Robert Hainsey was the 3rd round selection at pick 95. Hainsey was an offensive tackle at Notre Dame, but the Bucs moved him inside. Switching from tackle to guard isn't as easy as many fans think, so a year acclimating to the new position wasn't unexpected. He played in 9 games and seemed fine, but because of the position switch and lack of playing time, it's difficult to make any long-range predictions based on his rookie campaign. At worst, he seems like a solid backup swing lineman. You always hope your top 100 picks can become solid starters, maybe even an impact player, and Hainsey may yet become that, but it's still too early to tell. Check back this time next year and the picture should be clearer. The Bucs traded up in the 4th round for Jaelon Darden, wide receiver out of North Texas. The trade-up cost them picks 137 and 217, which the Jimmy Johnson and Rich Hill trade charts liked, but some of the others not so much. Darden's production his rookie year doesn't make the trade look that great, at least not yet. Remember, some players take longer to develop than others, so no player should be written off after 1 year. But I think it's safe to say the Bucs and their fans expected a little more from Darden in his rookie year. Part of the problem is he couldn't push past the other receivers for snaps on offense, and considering the issues the Bucs had at wide receiver this past year, that's not a great sign. He ended up as mostly a return man, and there was really nothing special there. He showed an unsettling tendency to easily fall down on returns, even before contact. Not a great sign for a returner. When a team trades up for a draft pick, it always increases expectations. But keep in mind, this wasn't a top 100 pick, so the expectations should be tamped down just a bit. He may yet turn out to be a solid player, so let's just give him a little time. In round 5, the Bucs selected KJ Britt, linebacker out of Auburn. He had an AVD of 1, got in every regular season game, but mainly on special teams. Backup and special teams. This is the way. With pick 251 in the 7th round, the Bucs selected Chris Wilcox, cornerback out of BYU. He didn't make it past the final roster cut down. He was waived on August 31st. The next day, the Colts claimed him. I believe he ended up on their practice squad, and as of April 11th, 2022, he was still on the Colts roster. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the honor of selecting Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft. And this time it was Grant Stuard, linebacker out of Houston. He was a mainstay on special teams, which is probably his path to an NFL career. He did get in on some defense as well. So really, you have to consider this pick a success for the Bucs since it was, the last pick in the draft. Just for fun, I like to take that AVD number and add it up for all the teams and then rank them based on that. For the Bucs, they had an AVD total for this class of 7, which ranks them 30th in the league. If you take that and find an average per pick, it comes out to 1 for the Bucs, and that again ranks them 30th. So I don't really know that means anything, but it's just a fun metric to look at. The old adage, if you walk away from a draft with 3 good players, then it was a success, it's a good one. But with this draft class, it's hard to say the Bucs met that goal, at least not yet. Tryon-Shoyinka looks to be a solid future starter, and Hainsey might be as well. But then it gets difficult to point to any one of the 4 remaining picks on the roster as that 3rd guy. Could it be Darden, Trask, Britt, or even Stuard? Sure, I guess. Problem is, at this point, it's still just projections. But hey, year 2 can be a breakout year for some players, so there's that. On the plus side, both Britt and Stuard look like solid special teamers, and at worst, Hainsey is a solid backup. So the floor for this class is high. It's just the ceiling that's still in question. If you find yourself looking for a draft tracker on draft weekend that isn't bogged down with autoplay videos and mountains of ads and ad tracking JavaScript, check out the Draft Xray tracker. No ads, no videos, no fancy things to slow things down. Just a simple tracker and big board that makes the picks and trades easy to follow. You can find more information on the Draft Xray website, including a list of the media that covers each team on every team page, from the beat writers to the podcasters and YouTubers. If you don't see someone that should be on there, contact me and I'll look into adding them. This week, I want to shout out 4 YouTube channels that focus on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First up, Real Bucs Talk. They're the channel I pointed out earlier with the Tryon-Shoyinka video. They have tons of content and also do a good job breaking down the draft for Bucs fans. Next, the Cannon Fire Podcast. It's another good follow for Bucs fans that has tons of content from short form to long form. Next, Mr. Bucs Nation is a channel by James Hill, writer for the Bucs Nation website. It's a must follow for any Bucs fan out there. And then lastly, the Pewter Report. It's a stalwart in the Bucs community. I believe they've been reporting on the Bucs for, something like over 30 years. So they are definitely a channel you need to be following if you're a Bucs fan. Speaking of Pewter Report, they just released an article where they take a look back at the 2021 draft and see how the Bucs did. Since they know the Bucs intimately, you're going to want to give that a read. I'll link to the article in the description below.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit subscribe and like. We'll be back soon with the next team in the draft review series.